Hello everyone, and welcome to the 167th episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast. My name is Benedict, you may know me better as BHL Hudson. Here we talk about movies, TV shows, bunch of nonsense. With me as always is my friend, co-host, and a Christmased up buddy, Frederick.
It's true.
We're here on
Merry Christmas.
Merry late Christmas. We're here on December
Late
26th. This will go up, I guess, December 30th, if my math is correct. We did we did drop the ball slightly with I mean, to be fair,
For
not
the first
our
time
fault.
this year.
Yeah, I think it is the first, because we've done pre-recorded. I think it is the first one we missed this year. So it would, of course, be the Christmas Spectacular that we had to miss. But due to travel complications, you were off in the Mediterranean and Spain and Portugal and such, and then once you came back, then I was traveling home, and so it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. I'll be perfectly honest. I've had we've had long semesters. I'm coming home for Christmas. I'm seeing my family for the first time in months. I can't be.
I'm not going to spend it podding. The thing I hate most in this world.
I can't be editing a pod like the day before Christmas when I'm trying to have like a lovely roast with the family. A roast of my father, of course. That being, we just. Of course, talk shit about.
We sat him, just grilled him for hours. He's depressed now.
But with that in mind, by the way, if you like the pod, you should sub and like and follow on iTunes and Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that.
But with that in mind, us not wanting to do the pod, you should like and subscribe.
Yeah, not with that in mind. Forget that part. But we are here now to do our end of year award show that we do. We've done this is the 5th consecutive year I think we've done this. Although we may have missed like 2020 or something, that year that we took off, or 29. Anyway, 5th consecutive year. Let's go for it. And in case you've never seen one of these before, we go through. We've got some legit awards here. We have, of course, Film of the Year, Worst Film of the Year, Best CGI, Worst CGI, Best Performance, whatever. And then we have a couple of our own categories that we like to sprinkle in there.
That we still think should be added to the Oscar roster.
I would love to see, I don't know, Judi Dench presenting the Big Willie Style Award. Topical, actually. Will Smith will be mentioned many times in this pod, I assume.
And for the Big Willie Style Award, Chris Rock.
Slaps her dead? I remember there was
slaps her silly.
There was a tweet back when that happened where it was like, if that had been Betty White on stage and Will Smith slapped her, he could have killed her. And I'm like, well, he probably wouldn't have slapped the shit out of Betty White. Although, alpha move.
Although that would kind of a Sigma moment. Betty White says a little innocent joke, walks up, just kills an old lady. You've been deemed to be slapped dead till silly.
But yeah, and then at the end, I was thinking we could talk a little year retrospective of the pod. And good stuff. Also, yeah, normally these things, we did it like last year, for example, we do Christmas themed, the award show, because it comes out on Christmas or around Christmas. This year, obviously, we can't do that. And there's nothing I hate more than something that's Christmas themed right after Christmas. It's horrible. It's
so disgusting. Let's do it.
Yeah, so let's bring back the Seductive Santa or whatever we did last year, which I was actually excited to bring that bit back. Bit is generous, but no, we cannot.
Where it was like, oh, it's Santa. I should take out
something really subtle and clever like that. Yeah. But I think we're gonna have to save that until next year. And this year, just do a classic award show. There won't even be Santa hats in the thumbnail, or maybe there will, because fuck it. But anyway.
Is there no other holidays going on right now? It is also Boxing Day. We could do a boxing ring announcer.
Do a great thumbnail. Yeah, we could. Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. There are time codes down below to the different categories. Real quick before we dive into it, just want to ask, did you get anything super lit for Christmas?
I did kind of get something super lit for Christmas. Ooh. I got the joy of watching Knives Out too.
Oh, let's go! Yes. Okay. I'm really happy because that'll play into some of the categories here. But I guess we'll save an in-depth discussion for next time, or the time after.
But otherwise, Christmas-wise, I got some new shoes, new boots, we got some sports attire. Oh. We got one of them classic GoPro headsets.
Hey,
you kind of like can mount a GoPro on your head and look like a complete fool.
That's actually pretty
cool. And I got some perfume. So it was a good time. What about you?
Mayhaps we get some GoPro FDK frisbee footage sometime.
Well, that is the hope.
That would be really dope. Just
have an entire pod with just that as the background.
Genuinely, I would not be opposed to that. I think we could absolutely do that. Well, yeah, for Christmas, I got just some dope stuff. I got some. What did I got? I have the pile back here. I got this shirt I'm wearing, Dustin Poirier shirt. Without fear, there is no bravery. Very cool. I got some posters for my college dorm room. I got an Indiana Jones poster, pretty cool. Some film
classic
student stuff, you know. Right now, I just look like a weird, like...
The lads will love you.
Well, genuinely, I did send... Because I also got one of Al Pacino in The Godfather, and black and white's a very, very film student-y, and I sent it to the film lads, and yeah, they enjoyed it.
And they all blocked me.
Yeah, they were like, we don't know you, don't talk to us.
Sir, you're here for... Out of pity, don't send us things, please.
Also, a friend gave me I haven't told you about this yet, but it's genuinely one of my favorite things I've gotten ever. It's a New Girl themed cookbook. I did tell you about this, didn't I?
You did tell me about this, yeah.
Yeah, tastes like Schmidt, and it just has like I left it in Ireland, so I don't have it with me here. But I just remember there's a cocktail that has like honey in it, and it's called Ma Called the Bees Are Back. It's just random references from the show. I'm pretty sure there's one that's Courtroom Brown. I'm very excited about it. So yeah, I don't know, some cool clothes, some philosophy books, because I'm a philosophical man, I guess.
So what did you get for Christmas, honey? Philosophy books.
And an indie poster. Anyway.
Yay, I love Santa.
Yeah, a very successful Christmas, I'd say. A delightful thing. Nailed it again.
God damn, I don't lose.
Well, should we dive into our awards of the year? And these are in just completely shithousery order. But we're going to start with the best action scene of the year of 2022. Also, spoilers for the movies we talk about, just off the bat.
Yeah,
spoilers.
Have you written down some contenders?
I have some. Clearly is Lost. Doesn't know a single film that came out in 2022. I have some ideas here.
Do you have a few pointers? Like, not that I need them, but
I'm thinking
it'd be good for the audience.
I'm thinking the Batman Penguin car chase, the one with like he's like, I got you, and then he comes through the fire and all that. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Top Gun Maverick. Would you say the big final thing, or I think actually personally my favorite one was Cruise's demonstration of because there's the stakes there. We can just say Top Gun Maverick, the stuff in general,
the movie, the phenomenon.
You didn't see The Northman, but it has some pretty amazing, like, super violent, like, Viking-type brutal action scenes. The Gray Man doesn't really have one that stands out.
Gray Man's kind of terrible.
Prey? Did you watch Prey?
I did watch Prey.
A lot of action scenes in there. I would say the one where the Predator, like, slaughters all those soldiers. Fucking
yeah, that one's very dope. Good.
Can't go without mentioning Bullet Train.
Ooh,
Bullet Train had some. But what would the specific scene be?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe when the I Need a Hero comes on and like there's slow mo as the train like kind of goes off the rails.
That is quite good. Let's see. Black Adam, not a great film, but the Dwayne introduction scene where he slow mo's through everyone, pretty fun.
Avatar.
I was gonna say Avatar, yeah. Just a lot of. Even I'd say some like impressive action scenes that aren't really like tense, like fight scenes, but like just like some of the like the chase with the fish or whatever, classic scene.
The winner of the best action is the fish chase.
Wakanda Forever might have had some stuff. Doctor Strange might have had some stuff, but I would say, you know what? I'm gonna throw in Violent Night, which we saw recently, with the David Harbour shed scene, which is a horrific sounding shout.
Yeah,
any other film.
Sound like that does sound like David Harbour's up to some silly business in there.
I would say the scene where he kills a bunch of guys with a hammer and a bunch of other things in the shed. Pretty fun.
Yeah,
those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head looking at this list of films.
I like it. Let's think here. I think again, Wakanda was a great movie. I don't think there was any super standout action scenes there.
Yeah.
For me, it's probably between the final Avatar fight, the final Bullet Train fight, or the Dwayne introduction. I think it's between those three for me.
Interesting.
And
I'm kind of...
I don't know.
I'm leaning a little bit more Top Gun Maverick, to be honest. Although, I might be biased and kind of going for that with everything. But, we also... The thing is, a lot of these films are obviously better than Violent Night, but just as, like...
But just hear me out.
As a scene that stands out. Like, Top Gun Maverick, there's such great action in it, but there isn't, like, a specific, like, scene that stands out. Same with, like, Doctor Strange and Wakanda Forever. I mean,
Doctor Strange, Wong does scream to fortify your mind.
That's very good. Just that line delivery is an action scene in itself.
Yeah, that's it's an action movie in itself.
I feel like Avatar did have an epicness to its climax, though. So I could end up going with that, you know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna vote Avatar, but I will say I enjoyed the Dwayne one very much so. But I think the one that I don't know, I got weird chills both from Avatar, but also from the Bullet Train one. I was like, "Whoo, this is good." Like when the slow-mo and the music comes on, it was weirdly funky. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. So I'll give it to Avatar because I don't think anyone would forgive me if I gave it to Bullet Train over Avatar.
Well,
but so Avatar, Bullet Train, Dwayne.
In about 5 hours, my top 10 movies of 2022 video is coming out, and I'll just spoil for you. Bullet Train is in fact number 5 of my top 10 movies of the year, which I expect to get several roasts for. But
well, I think that's totally fine. I think it is probably in my top 3.
Hey, let's go. You know what? I'll throw a curveball. I'll say The Northman had some dope action. Actually, I can't think of a scene. Fuck it. I'll go with Avatar. Whatever.
Okay, I'm going to be slightly different. Actually, no, I'm not. I don't remember anything.
Actually, I'll say the exact same thing. I have no thoughts. Actually, no, I'll go with Prey. Anyway, best performance. Best performance of 2022. For the record, we haven't seen quite a few of the Oscar films because they come out super late in this part of the world. Like, it comes out... Like, Babylon comes out late January here. Just some bullshit, but...
is Babylon already out other places?
Yeah, it's out in America. Apparently got kind of mixed reviews, surprising. But in terms of best performance, I'm leaning pretty heavily to Austin Butler's Elvis. That was
I have not seen.
That was a very good performance. Let's see here.
I'm also a huge I would also vote for David Harbour in Violent Night.
I'm not saying it's better than these other films, but hear me out here. I think also like the Banshees of Inisherin had some great performances in it. Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson.
I really want to watch that.
Carrie Condon, very good.
Clarkson.
Yeah. And I would say, you know what? I'm gonna say a little bit of a surprise shout. I'm gonna go with both Janelle Monáe and Edward Norton from Glass Onion. I thought they were the standout performances, if I'm honest.
I very much liked Edward Norton.
I think he was very good.
I've got so much. Like,
we have to talk. Wait, we haven't talked about.
We haven't talked about the Among Us meme.
We haven't talked about Benoit Blanc being introduced as the imposter. Can we just
got you, Benoit?
You're the imposter, Benoit. I don't understand this game.
As man is sitting naked in a bathtub with a fez on
and is
playing Among Us.
Married to Hugh Grant, it's implied.
When Hugh Grant shows up,
Grant?
I literally sat and I think I shat myself.
Can I just say, we'll have to talk about it more in depth, but it felt so much like a movie made for us. They had Jeremy Renner's hot sauce renning hot.
I know. I paused. I was like, wait a minute. That is Jeremy Renner's hot sauce.
They had Jared Leto's hard kombucha. It was everything that you could possibly want. I can't explain. The Benoit Among Us moment was just really...
Married to Hugh Grant, a.k.a. Fletcher Mundo.
So much going on.
Who's baking a cake, it seems?
As he's fezzed in the tub.
God,
another David Harbour in the shed type moment.
Yeah, David Harbour was in the shed, and Benoit was fezzed up in the tub.
That sounds like a new, you got the drip on? You're fezzed up in the tub? God, we're old.
Sounds like something that would happen in Zoolander.
Anyway, I'm gonna go with it's a tough one. I think I'm gonna go with Austin Butler's Elvis, just for like the kind of,
Okay.
I know it's sort of a cheesy answer, but like he captures the mannerisms well and he plays it very well. But the others might be like overall better performances. But yeah,
I will say I also liked Neytiri once again. Zoe Saldana.
so that was good. That was
Pretty
good.
good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed. Again, I haven't seen like the ones you just said there. I really liked Edward Norton as well. Again, I'm sitting here. I don't have a list of all the movies.
It's all good.
So I'm probably forgetting some main ones. I loved Wong in everything he was in.
Yeah, no, that's fair. He had a great role in The Banshees of Inisherin.
I loved him in Violent Nights. Very, very standout. We'll just give it to Elvis.
Also, can I just say,
Sure.
if you David Harbour was fun in Violent Night. If you recast him with Wong, does Wong as Santa kind of work?
Santa Wong? Wong to Claus?
Wong to Claus. There you go. You were struggling a little bit at the start, but then you found the perfect version of it. Wait a minute, Santa
the
Wong.
sweet
It's
spot.
okay. Wong to Claus. I've done it.
Life is good, but it could be better.
We're gonna move on to
Wong to Claus.
And I am scared where this is going to go, because I have a feeling it
Okay.
will be directed towards a certain child in Black Adam who I feel like we shouldn't be criticizing because he's a child. But we're going to go to worst performance of the year.
I see. Okay. Good. Well, let's talk about
Let's throw some honorable mentions in first.
Okay.
I'm going to say everyone in Morbius.
Fair. Oh, yeah, Morbius came out this year.
It
That's
did. We'll
true.
talk.
It was Morbin time.
Was it ever?
God, was it Morbin time?
I'm going to throw... I mean, people weren't bad in Fantastic Beasts, I guess.
They weren't necessarily good.
I don't know if anyone was like really awful in Uncharted. I feel like I did not like his girlfriend in Uncharted.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think Mark Wahlberg was kind of shit.
He didn't.
The Wahlburgers were not in that day.
I thought there were some kind of goofy performances in Where the Crawdads Sing. I mean, Tom Hanks is good in Elvis, but he's also like gives such an insane performance. I don't know. Maybe that
Some may call me the villain of this story. I don't know if he was German or Southern.
Neither does anyone who saw that movie. By the way, I want to throw an honorary mention to where was it?
This is the least honorary mention anyone could ever get.
No. It's to the
I would like to give an honorary mention to someone who really sucked this year.
the other category of best performance. Obviously, it wasn't the best performance of the year, but Chris Evans in The Gray Man. I don't remember if you saw The Gray Man.
I did see The Great.
He was pretty nutty. Come on, we got to give him some props for being kind of fun.
Definitely not the best, but he was very nutty.
Amsterdam people were pretty bad in that, I guess.
Amsterdam, again, such a weird movie. Possibly the weirdest movie we've ever gone to see of Woody. It's just so strange.
Yeah, no, that one was rough. Jurassic World. I guess people weren't bad in Jurassic World. Okay, I got my top two here, and I'm not gonna go with the kid from Black Adam because I feel like we shouldn't criticize children.
Okay. I'm
gonna go with
you give me your options, and I'll give you mine.
Will Ferrell in Spirited. I think was really.
I do remember just rough.
He's not a good singer. It felt kind of phoned in. I wasn't a fan. And two, also the very brief clips I've seen, how they put this movie together because they were like Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell, buddy dynamic. It'll be fun. And like in the movie, it's like whatever. But when they're doing like interviews and the autocomplete whatever, all the things that they do on their like media tour, they don't have really good chemistry. Like they don't really. Like, you see Ryan Reynolds and maybe, like, a...
Guys, this is so stale.
I don't know, like Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds. Or Dwayne and Kevin Hart. Like, there you can see, like, a real, like, kind of chemistry. It feels like they were like, oh, you two are both funny. Like, you'll be funny together.
You guys are both funny. You should be funny together. I think after that TikTok, it exploded.
Yeah, that was...
And it was like...
that was their best chemistry
guys.
moment. And also, I did see a funny video of Dwayne and Kevin Hart where they asked Dwayne, what would you do if you swapped bodies with Kevin Hart for 24 hours? And he said, I'd kill myself. Which is pretty good.
Have you seen the one where they're sitting... It's like... pineapple on pizza. It's called Hawaiian. He's like, you don't like Hawaiian? It's like when you used to put pineapple and salami on your girl's nipples back in the day and you get frisky. He's like, you didn't used to do that? Like, I don't like confidence.
They seem like, I know it's all like kind of a PR thing or whatever, but they also seem like they genuinely get along. I don't know. I like them.
Yeah, they genuinely seem like buddies, you know?
But my number one, I'm going to go with Harry Styles and Don't Worry, Darling.
I still have not seen Don't Worry, Darling.
It's
I
fine.
really want to.
I don't think you have to. It's not great. He's not terrible, but there are like two scenes where he has to show some kind of emotion. He's pretty bad. So,
and he kind of bottles it. Won't lie. All right. Well, I've got two. Well, I guess you could say three, but one of them is like joint together as a group. I've got one, the kid from Black Adam. Terrible performance.
Okay.
Should never act again.
Stop it.
Second one. Billy and Timmy from Mom to Milk.
God fucking damn it. They weren't even that bad.
God.
You just hate kids.
They were terrible.
You're going to be a
They
horrible
just started
father.
singing a song. I was like, shut.
The song. Okay, people say the song was cringy, and I think there are parts of that movie that are very cringy. The song's meant to be cringy. It's little kids.
No.
You were never a kid and you did like an ice cream
no.
song.
I was never a kid, full stop.
That makes sense. You were never cringe.
I've never been cringe in my life.
Fine. Okay. I'll let you have this, I guess.
Anyways, yeah. So, between those two,
Yeah.
one I found more cringe, but the other got ludicrous amounts of screen time.
That's a good point.
So, I think out of sheer annoyance, I'm going to have to give this very honorable award to the Black Adam kid.
All right, cool.
That felt very good.
God. Anyway, we're going to go over to most overrated movie. First that comes to my mind is, where is it? The Northman. I saw The Northman. It got this huge hype. It was good, but I did not think it was, like, amazing. I don't know.
Okay.
I would also throw maybe Nope in there. I think Nope was good, but I don't...
But...
It was... maybe that could go in, like, disappointing movie, I guess, maybe.
Okay. I don't know what everyone's general idea of Doctor Strange is now, but...
It did make my top 10 list at number 10.
But do people like it? Is it a highly rated movie?
I think it's mixed. Yeah, I think it's a mixed crowd.
Well, either way, I'm gonna say overrated.
All right. Okay. I'll allow it.
Because I walked into that thinking it was gonna be great, and it was both disappointing, as you said before, with Nope, but it was also just in general, I didn't think it was a very good movie.
Kind of stonky.
Kind of stonky.
Fine. All right. Dig your grave.
Whatever.
Most underrated movie. Let's see.
I might have to say Bullet Train, you know.
Bullet Train could be, although I feel like it's gaining some momentum. I'm seeing some memes. I'm seeing some, and like in the comments of those videos, it's like, oh my god, this movie's so good. I feel like it's getting some online hype, because when it came out, no one really cared. But I think it's kind of starting to spread a little. So I think that's a good...
It's becoming mainstream.
That's a good choice.
We were with it from day one.
Yep, we were rocking with it all the way. I'm gonna say See How They Run was pretty fun. The Sam Rockwell detective movie. Prey, I feel like doesn't get enough hype because
Prey was
it.
also very, very good. Yeah, was that released in cinema though?
No. And you know what? Another one. It didn't make my top 10 list, but I put it in the honorable mentions. The Gray Man. Everyone thought it was super mid. I really enjoyed it. Weirdly, I don't know.
Okay, I mean, I don't know. There's certainly good parts, but I did between going good and mid, taking away the Nutty Evans, I'd have to go mid.
I know. Okay, I know it was objectively pretty generic and kind of it had some mid tendencies to it, but I just I don't know why. I think
it had a charm.
I don't know. They got me for some reason.
I will say I was looking like I was very much anticipating and like looking forward to this moment where you said that Asian actor would just like come in and or
Indian. Yeah,
some Indian dude who like just came in and like was an absolute beast and then just left.
just because he's like a famous actor.
I found it so weird. I was like, I've got no clue who you are.
No, that was bad.
And you just showed up. That's strange.
That was pretty bad, actually. Yeah, I forgot about that part. We're gonna say, yeah, all right. Let's say most disappointing film of the year.
definitely Doctor Strange for me.
Really?
100%.
Wow.
Really. Because I went into this going off the hype of the Spider-Man No Way Home thing, where it's like different like universes, everything's, and this one I was like, ooh, so many things were rumored. I mean, and some of the things that were rumored did come true, but they were just done in what I would describe as a mid fashion. And it just did not deliver. I left feeling stanky in my mouth.
All right, I'm fine.
I don't care.
To be fair, when I saw it the first time, I really didn't like it. And when I saw it the second time, maybe it was just the charm of seeing it with Yassine, I don't know. But the second time I was like, this was really nice. I was like, honorable mentions, Nope, Amsterdam, 3,000 Years of Longing I was actually kind of hyped for, and it was so weird and stanky. I'm gonna say Thor Love and Thunder. It's kind of weird to look back on now that it's kind of... And when I first saw it, I was kind of like, it was okay. The more time that's passed, I'm like, that was pretty bad. But I remember going in, we talked about the trailer. It looked really fun. I was actually really excited for it.
It did.
I was quite
It
hyped.
looked like it wouldn't be as high stakes as the previous ones, but I have a very good time, and it was just, it was weird.
Yeah.
I get you. The Marvel movies have been kind of stanky, partly this year at least.
No, it's definitely been up and down, and the shows as well. Like, we had Moon Knight, which was fun, and I kind of liked She-Hulk in a weird way. But then also, like, Ms. Marvel was more like mid-Marvel. Didn't even watch it all the way. But, yeah. All right, we're going to move on to some more interesting categories, though. Some more hard-hitting journalism here.
All right, please.
And this is a category I have genuinely been anticipating doing since like, March of this year. I've been waiting for this moment. It is, in fact...
Okay, I think I know
it's
what
a
this
classic category. It's Best Mustache. And
yes!
I don't think we've had a year of film that has been more stacked than this one. Because every other year, there's a standout.
There is. But this year, God, we've been spoiled.
We've been spoiled silly. So, of course, we have Poirot.
Poirot, needless to say, man of a mustache. However, we also have Lloyd, a.k.a. Chris Evans.
We have Chris Evans in The Gray Man, a phenomenal stash.
We've got Tangerine in Bullet Train. Very good stash as well.
Beautiful. Makes me want to cry just looking at it. A little bit of an under-the-radar one. Sam Rockwell and See How They Run. Quite a good stash. Just putting that out there.
Also a good stash, I see. We also have the boy they called a man, a.k.a. Rooster.
A.k.a. Talk to Me Goose.
We've got Goose's Caboose, a.k.a. Rooster.
God, not the Goose Caboose. And how could
now on Rooster is known as the Goose Caboose.
How could we possibly forget about Mark Wahlberg at the end of Uncharted?
Oh my God, I completely forgot. He showed up looking like, I don't even know what, just like a laid-off plumber.
I was going to say a currently active porn star. Could be
Those
the same
are
thing.
synonymous things.
What a year. 6 phenomenal options. Let's give a round of applause just to this year in general. Bravo, guys. Bravo, Hollywood.
God, very good. Guys.
But now we
was really good.
have the horrible task of having to narrow it down to one.
Yeah. Okay. I say we eliminate the weakest links first.
Okay. Sam Rockwell, it was good, but we're gonna have to get rid of him. We're down to 5.
We're gonna have to get that shit out of here.
Wahlberg only rocked it for like a few seconds.
About 20 seconds.
So I guess we have to
He's
get rid of
gone.
him. Yeah.
All right. Now I don't want to be this guy. Right? I don't want to be this guy. And you can hate me and you can disagree, but I think something that completes a stash is also the surprise of it. And Poirot, it just wasn't surprising, you know?
I was going to go there. I was going to say we've given Poirot the award before. It's time for new blood to come into the scene.
We knew the man brought his A game.
Yeah.
But the A game, it's becoming old.
We know it already, you know?
We did see him without a stash in this one, which was strange.
I didn't see the movie. I'll be honest, I haven't seen it. So I don't know.
So we're down to Tangerine, Evans,
and Rooster.
The Goose Caboose.
I think we, as much as I love the Tangerine one.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, Evans because the Evans one, it fits his character so well, and they refer to it as a trash
Tangerine
stash.
so well.
It does fit Tangerine, and it fits that. Because those two are battling it out, I almost feel like we gotta give it because don't make me
the
say
Rooster
it.
one is
The Rooster one. It's just so powerful, and it
is so
It
powerful,
makes you think
but-
of his dad. Can we give it a
does.
3-way tie? No, we have to decide.
no. Okay, we can give. I say no. Okay, I say I vote for eliminating Lloyd. Just say. Because then you also need to think. What does the stash do for the man, the person?
I vote eliminate Tangerine. So does that? But does that mean that Goose wins? Because he's the only one.
No,
because we unanimously agree he can't be voted off.
I don't know. Wait, let me quickly put my phone on Do Not Disturb. My mother's texting me.
She's like, "Don't you dare eliminate Lloyd." Fine, I'll let us eliminate Lloyd. Fine.
Okay. Now.
Goose or Tangerine.
Oh, but I don't know. Lloyd's also good.
It's gotta be Goose. It's gotta be Rooster. It's gotta be Rooster. It's iconic. Come on. And talk about a man who you didn't think could pull off a stash like that.
That is true. I did not ever think I'd
Aaron
see Miles
Taylor
Teller with a
Johnson,
stash.
he's you can picture him with a stash. Evans, we saw him for years beforehand with this goofy stash in preparation for this.
It's true. I think I'm more picturing the whole Tangerine outfit right now in my mind.
That's
I'm
the
not
thing.
being completely objective.
You're
on the
seeing him
stash.
walking in slow motion, maybe to a TikTok edit with that suit and like
God.
a cigarette.
I literally am.
Right, I know, so am I. But we have to focus just on the stash.
And when I think Rooster, I can picture just the stash.
Right.
But Tangerine, I'm picturing the man. But Lloyd,
I think Lloyd also, it's partly the buzz cut. It's like the haircut as well. Which, again, we got to focus just on the upper lip.
okay.
I like how we spent like genuinely more time on this, more thought put into this than half the essays I wrote in the last like semester. I'm going Goose. I'm going Rooster.
I think we're gonna have to get silly with it and go Goose.
I think we got to do it. So congratulations for winning the most stacked year of mustaches we've seen yet. I can't imagine another year
God.
trumping this. I mean, that'd be very.
Me neither.
impressive.
And I can't imagine the sheer honor of winning this year.
Yeah, right. Oh my God. Talk about
So
accolades.
Miles Teller, he's gonna have a great day.
We're going to move on, kind of a similar category. And this is, I think, the only one I added this year, so you can tell my creativity was really on point when coming up with these categories. That this was the only thing I could think to put in. Baldest actor.
Right.
So we've got, I mean, the obvious winner and choice would be Dwayne in Black Adam, because that shot where his head is
It would be.
right at the camera. But there's got to be someone else in here who's bald as well, right?
I mean, so we got Statham. Did you have a movie this year? Was Wrath of Man this year?
No, that was last year.
Okay.
He does have a movie coming out. I was going to talk to you about this. The new Guy Ritchie Statham movie that's been in like development hell for forever. It's coming out in like next week, so we could maybe go see that.
Woody?
Hey, was someone bald in the Batman? Maybe. I think it's Dwayne. You have a really good category. Oh my God, no! Patrick Stewart, Professor X. Who wins the Baldest Actor Award? How about this? Who would win in a fight between actors Dwayne Johnson and Patrick Stewart? I guess I'll go with Dwayne.
I think I'll go with Dwayne as well. Also because I think Patrick Stewart still has like slight little fuzzballs on his head somewhere.
Oh, Dwayne's just fucking clean.
Yeah.
You could slap Dwayne's top of Dwayne's head and it would sound like the Liberty Bell.
Sound like the Liberty.
Anyway, we're going to move on to a classic category that's been around since Kingsman: The Golden Circle. One of my favorites. It is, in fact, the most uncomfortable sex scene of the year.
See. Okay. The most uncomfortable sex.
I have a very obvious one for this, but you haven't seen the film, so I'll try to think of a couple others.
Please tell me the one you're thinking of right now.
Well, it is a scene, and I've told you about this in Don't Worry, Darling, where Harry Styles and Florence Pugh are like, let's get frisky in Chris Pine's office. And then Florence Pugh just looks over, and Chris Pine is just nuttily standing there in the corner watching.
Yeah, I remember you told me Chris Pine is literally just that creep in the corner.
Yep, it's pretty good.
Okay, so that one, and then...
I have another one.
Ooh.
And this one doesn't count as anything, but I just want to put it out there. And I'm sure this point has been made many times, but in the Avatar universe, the way these characters get intimate with one another physically is they connect their hair things. And I know
they connect their
it's
hairs.
A beautiful, like, spiritual, it's all about, like, the spiritual side of sex, and it's all this, like, beautiful, and that's great. But then also it weirds me out that they then connect to animals like that. It just, it's always perplexed me. They plug into a fish, and the fish's eyes, like, ooh. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I feel like that should be pointed out.
Well, I think you're a freak for pointing that out, and no one ever thinks about that. So
that's very fair.
So, I mean, I God, I hate that you put this image in my head now. I do see what you mean, sadly.
I'm also going to say 3,000 Years of Longing. If I'm not mistaken, there is a spiritual sex thing between Tilda Swinton and Idris Elba, which was awful. I hated every second.
Which I did not enjoy. I can't think of many other sex scenes this year.
Yeah, I think you've seen some pretty sexless movies, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Surely Morbius gets his dick sucked at one point.
By Milo. Milo gives him the Matt Smith vacuum.
You know what? I feel like we could...
You know what? Actually, that's a really famous thing.
Throw in, as we mentioned about Morbius when it came out, the way he sucks the blood out of the bags.
True. Could be seen as a sex scene. So I think we'll have to give it to... I haven't even seen it, and I still fucking love the pine scene.
It's so awful. It's terrible. All right, let's see. Ooh, a classic category. One of my favorites. Biggest clown of the year.
Biggest clown. Okay.
So we have nominees here. Will Smith in real life.
In real life, yes.
Jared Leto in real life.
Yes.
And then some movie versions. I'm going to say Benoit in the first half of Glass Onion, because I know he's like kind of pretending to be stupider than he is.
Yeah, but he's still a bumbling fool.
He is such an absolute clown in the first. Oh, well, is someone going to take our bags?
What do we win?
I don't need an iPad.
I don't need an iPad.
God, I'm so happy you've seen it, by the way. We have to talk in depth. It's so good. This is a non-smoking area as Benoit does his silly little run. Also, so many outfit changes. It's got to be Benoit. The fez in the tub.
The fucking blue matching set he's wearing in the pool as he's just standing in the pool with his shirt on. What are you doing, Benoit?
I'm also gonna say, biggest clown. I hate to do this, but, and again, eventually when we have a time to do like a news episode, we'll have to talk about the whole DC shit show that's going on. I don't know if you've heard about it. They've like restructured the whole universe. James Gunn is coming in. Henry Cavill's not coming back. They've changed everything.
Yeah, so they freaking brought Henry Cavill back. He like said no to The Witcher, and now all of a sudden he's not there anymore.
I'm feeling Dwayne Johnson just for this like kind of big L he's taking at the end of the year here. Because he spent 10 years talking about this character.
Black Adam's not coming back either.
Well, yeah, he's talked about this character's going to change the hierarchy of the DCEU and whatever. And now...
It did.
Yeah, it's at the bottom. It's like... It seems like it's not going to... He's also unfollowed the accounts on Twitter, like the Black Adam account and the Warner Brothers accounts. Big drama, big feud. Welcome to Drama Alert. But
welcome to Dwayne Alert.
I don't know. So I think... I'm not blaming him. I don't think he, like, a lot of people are mad at him, and it's like, come on, it's Dwayne. Like, he didn't have malicious intent. He probably barely knows like what's going on in the movie that he's in. Like, he's just like,
yeah, come on.
Well, I gotta
he doesn't know what's going on half the time.
Get in the suit, that'll be cool. But I think biggest clown, it's kind of in real life. It's between Dwayne, Jared, and who was the other one?
Leto.
Leto. No, I said Jared.
Who directed Black Adam?
Some random dude.
Anyways, he should be also up there for hiring and casting that kid.
Juan Colette. Oh, I see what you've done here. I didn't catch what you said for a second. The director of Jungle Cruise and Orphan. Interesting. I'm gonna say also just in terms of a movie clown. I feel like anyone in Fantastic Beasts and the Secrets of Dumbledore should count.
Yeah.
Shit show.
Kowalski or Kowinski or whatever his name is.
Also, maybe Mr. Doctor in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, because he does just do a lot of fucking up of seemingly kind of easy to solve things in that movie.
Yeah.
And then he gets totally friend-zoned
I
in every universe by the end, which is kind of hilarious.
I'd also say in Bullet Train, there's a few fools.
There are definitely, yeah. I think Brad Pitt could count for clown.
I think I think he's in there for biggest clown.
Because clown
he's so delightful,
clown can be both like a genuine idiot, like perhaps like we could refer to Will Smith this year, or it could be just kind of like an amusing bumbler,
an amusing jester who's just bumbling through his movie.
Also, by the way, I feel like this, for the first time ever, we can tie 2 awards into this. Best George and the Big Willie Style Award can also go for the biggest clown, depending if it goes to Dwayne or Will Smith.
Best George.
The Big Willie George Award?
God, that's not an image I want. Well, so who do we give it to?
It might have to be Will Smith.
I think it has to be Will Smith. What
for all that shit. I mean, come on, yeah. I was watching it again recently. It came up on like a short or something, and it's kind of funny that it doesn't really. They could have played it off so easily as like part of a bit, or even just like he slapped a guy and like it's funny if he just slapped him. But it's the fact that he yells afterwards that fucks it up for him.
Yeah, it's the keep my mouth. I mean, what is it? Keep my
mouth
keep my
out
mouth.
Your fucking wife. You could have easily played it off as like kind of a confusing and people are like, it's just the Oscars trying to get whatever. But because he did that and then it was a whole shit show, you fucked it, Will. That's why you're the biggest clown. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a clowny moment, Will. Let's be honest.
Very much so. How about best CGI and worst CGI of the year?
Worst CGI, I think.
Actually, yeah, best CGI is kind of boring. Let's do worst CGI.
I think I have to give worst CGI to the man from Toronto.
Okay, all right.
I completely forgot about this movie, but then I realized, there's just some awful moments where
specific
when they're falling out the plane. I remember it's like it looks so stupid and bad. I'm like, what are you doing here? And also when they're doing like the fight where Hart is like falling down the big like ornaments in the sky, like the lamps and stuff like that. Shit just looks bad.
Fair. I haven't seen it, but I can definitely believe it.
You do not need to watch it. There's some nutty Harrelson moments. Or I mean, are we doing TV shows here as well?
No,
not really. Okay. Well, I was gonna say Wednesday would also win that. I think.
If we're doing TV shows, best performance of the year goes to John Cena as Peacemaker.
That's true. Let's put that out there.
By the way, best CGI would go for Avatar. Just off the bat.
Absolutely. I mean, who wouldn't?
Worst CGI, I'm gonna go for Black Adam, the villain at the end. Terrible. Garbage.
Not great.
We may have to speed round a couple of these categories here at the end, but we're gonna go for best dance sequence. A lot of contenders this year. We have, I think, Spirited. There's genuinely a moment where Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds attempt to do a tap dance moment, like unironically, and it's fucking horrendous. It's just not. It's genuinely. I'm not kidding. It reminds me so much of when Nick Miller's like, "I'm gonna tap dance, and you can't tell me this isn't tap." And Jess is like, "That's just not tap." He's just like smacking his feet on the floor. Genuinely, that's what Will Smith does. I'll show you tomorrow when I see you. It's fucking awful. Please. So I'm throwing that in there.
I look forward to it. Wait, that's what who does?
Will Ferrell.
I think you just said that's what Will Smith does.
Oh, probably as well.
And that's what Will Smith does, just on a daily basis.
It's Ticket to Paradise, the George Clooney drunken dance. Definitely has to be on there. An excellent scene.
Again, you told me about this, and I really, really want to see it.
Don't Worry, Darling.
Also,
the Harry Styles flop dance.
I think we've got a very clear winner, and I don't want to say it to you. I don't want to say it. I can't believe you haven't mentioned this, but...
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, okay, we may have to...
A shirtless Milo, perhaps?
Have sex. I swear to God, that's what that song says. I know we've disagreed on this. That's definitely what it says. Which is Milo listens to music he can't relate to. Yeah.
God.
It's got to be that. Fair enough. All right.
this is again, can we say what a genuinely horrific scene that was?
Truly confusing. Of all the things you could have cut, why would you not cut that? Worst line of the year.
Worst line of the year.
It might have to go to, just for the sheer shock of it, "You're the imposter, Benoit." Whatever that was.
True. Benoit, you're the imposter.
Violent Night, all the Santa puns he does were kind of goofy. He's like, Santa Claus is coming to town. It's like, all right.
It's like, okay, okay, Harper.
Doctor Strange probably had some shit in it.
Maybe the entire Billy Timmy song in Doctor Strange.
Okay, all right, we've done it. We've found it.
That one, or so out of genuine terribleness, that one, but out of enjoyable terribleness, "You're the imposter, Benoit."
Also, with the Billy Timmy thing, I think I can cut most cringe moment of the year out of the categories.
I think you can, sir.
I think a bunch of stuff in Thor: Love and Thunder could also win most cringe moment, to be fair.
That is also true.
Best buddy dynamic? Some competition for this one.
Ooh, there's a few good ones here.
I think we have Cruz, Rooster.
Mm-hmm.
We have
got...
Go ahead.
Dwayne and the Kid.
Dwayne and the Kid, yeah. Bullet Train, Tangerine, and Orange.
Oh, that is such
Lemon.
a good one.
My bad. See How They Run.
Let's see.
Obvious one. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Kind of mid-movie, but the Pedro Cage
I want to watch it
dynamic,
so bad.
Very good. I think that might have
Very
to win
good.
it for me.
Okay, fair. Let's think. Is there any other ones? I will say the Heart and the Harold and the Woody. Not bad either.
All right.
Not a great movie, but the dynamic's pretty fun. Avatar and all the animals they have sex with. Great connection. I'm gonna vote Tangerine Lemon.
Fair. That's a good shout, to be fair. Better overall movie as well. We're gonna go to movie title that describes Freddy. I think I have a strong one here. That's gonna be my go-to. Could also have gone with Nope. Possible honorable mention for Spirited. And I'm gonna throw...
And just a factual, The Man from Toronto.
Yeah. You know what? An actual factual one. The Northman. Kind of works.
I like.
The Gray Man. And possibly Everything Everywhere All at Once. For me, of course, the option would be The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. But
Or all the Pinocchio movies.
Damn it, that really caught me off guard. I don't know why I didn't see that coming. All the Pinocchio movies.
Surely he's going to mention this. Again, I don't even think it's that big. You just built it up.
Don't patronize the nose.
I'm genuinely saying
How
this. You just built it up to this standard. That now it would be a crime not to mention the 3 movies you starred in this year.
No, that's fair. Thanks for acknowledging my work. Character you'd most want to punch in the face?
Can we punch children?
Nope.
Why? Why not?
Why? I'm trying to think who was just like really I don't know. There was no one. Everyone in Fantastic Beasts. Fuck it, all of you. The director of Fantastic Beasts. Whoever's idea was to make that movie. Last one before we do best movie, worst movie. Best accent of the year. I mean, it's hard not to go.
Are we talking best as in best or most enjoyable?
It could be anything, honestly.
Either way, Benoit.
It's got to be. This is delightful.
What do we win? I don't need an iPad.
This mystery was at odds with the presence of Benoit Blanc.
That's a real glass onion.
He talks to Ethan Hawke. What does that do? Open your mouth. Whatever. You know, the Hawke cameo was pretty.
Was that Ethan Hawke?
Of course, it was Ethan Hawke. What do you mean?
Because I thought it was, but like he wore sunglasses. No,
it was very random moment. There also wait, sorry. One one should be careful not to confuse speaking without thought for speaking the truth. Dabs on her?
Dabs. I am the imposter.
I'm very bad at stupid things. Anyway,
you might as well put a gun in front of everybody and then turn off the lights.
Miles Braun is an idiot. The one scheme you had with the slight bit of panache, you took from me, or whatever the fuck. We can do this all day. Anyway,
You stole from me.
best movie of the year. Actually, let's do worst movie of the year first. Worst movie of the year. I'm gonna go Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. I think I might have to agree with you there.
There's no merit to it.
Actually, it's Morbin time.
No, I think Amsterdam was worse because Morbius had fun in it. Like unironically,
We
good stuff.
had fun with it.
Yeah, unironically good stuff. It maybe had like one moment that was kind of cool. Maybe some of the mist effects or some shit. Obviously, it's a terrible movie, but it's so much more interesting and funny to watch in any context than Amsterdam. Which even with you, who like we laugh the most with each other of like anyone we know, and you fell asleep in Amsterdam. There was so little to it.
Yeah, it was.
Shit.
It's not often I fall asleep in movies, but
yeah, true shit. No offense, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll go with that one as well, just for sheer unenjoyment.
And best movie of the
Fantastic
year.
Beasts was also pretty shit. Just saying.
Fair. I gotta go with Top Gun personally.
Top Gun. For me, it's tough. I'd say Top Gun. I'd also say Avatar, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of movies I enjoyed the most, I might have to go Bullet Train, but I think for the experience, whilst they were both amazing, I'm going to have to give it to Avatar.
Dang, all right. I'm excited for when we can do a full little thing, talk about Glass Onion, talk about Avatar, because we got some things to discuss. I saw the 5 stars on Letterboxd for Avatar.
You best believe.
It's a sneaky one. Well, I think with all that said, it's now time for
The Cnews.
who, by the way, didn't feature in any of the awards, really, that we gave out, which was,
Most unhinged cruise moment.
When he imagines Goose's death, just in his free time.
It's an everyday life. Did you see the thing? Oh, wait. I don't know. We'll talk about it after we've set the Tom Cnews.
Well, Tom Cnews, couple of things. I think they might tie into one another, but there was a video that both you sent me and also Ashton sent in on Instagram of Cruise doing yet another talking about movies or whatever in a plane and then jumping out of it just because he can.
Mm-hmm. So enjoyable.
Very enjoyable. And also, again, I know we've said it before, but I can't overstate how much I hope this is how he dies. Not in a mean way. Like,
not in
a way that he chooses.
Be...
Like, when he's ready to go, this is how he should do it. He should say, like, thanks for all the great stuff. I hope you enjoyed the movies. And he's like, and I'll see you at the movies. And he just jumps and plummets. That's what it looks like every time.
The camera guy's like, oh my god, Cruise. Cruise.
This was
He doesn't tell anyone about it.
I'm just saying, every time it makes me laugh because it looks like he's just gonna go. Like, that's it. That was it.
He's just dead. Did you see the thing, like the video they posted as well about the Mission Impossible jump?
It's weird.
Is that what was the
everyone saw that? Like, both my mom and my dad, independently of each other, were like, "Do you see that Tom Cruise jump video?" And I'm like, "Damn, it's made the rounds."
I mean, I sent it to my parents. They were like, "I've already seen this." I was like, "How do you
Wild,
know?"
Yeah, good advertising, Cruise. I mean, yeah, takeaways. First of all, it's crazy how many resources go into these things. Like, just the way they had to like build that ramp and plan it and all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
And also just Cruise. We can say it, a million times until we're blue in the face. What a insane bastard.
What a crazy guy. What was it? He did like 500 skydives just for practice here?
Some shit. And then just, again, I mean, it's just, and I know, of course, they make it more dramatic in the video and whatever, but like, it is pretty, like, just imagine you're the director of this film and you have like arguably the world's biggest movie star there. And he's like, yeah, I'm just going to ride a motorcycle off a cliff. And like, you just have to assume he's going to pull the parachute. Like, what if I don't like, what if just anything random happens? What if he falls off the ledge the wrong way? What if like his arm goes numb or something and he can't reach the chute or something? Just anything. It's like just the image of Tom Cruise
so many things
driving
could go
off of a
wrong.
cliff, and you just have to like wait there and like what if he doesn't? And you're just like, I just killed Tom Cruise. Like it's a very real possibility.
Yeah, I mean, you can also see him just absolutely shitting bricks in the video when he's like sitting there, like looking at the camera. But also like the ramp isn't that thick. I'm like,
no, yeah, you could fall off the edge of it just on the side,
wider,
like very easily.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna die someday doing this. I'm not even kidding. Like I'm not even trying to be like,
this is not a joke. I think he probably will.
And we'll all like look back on this and it'll seem really in poor taste, all this stuff we said and did. But like,
yeah, we'll be like, what role did we play instead?
But like, I respect the commitment to film, and it looks great in the movie and whatnot. I think it also might be some weird, I don't want to say fetish-based thing, but some kind of like adrenaline junkie, like I've achieved it all.
He's definitely an adrenaline junkie.
I need to like get a new rush kind of thing.
I will say, and he also mentions this, I think it heightens the movie experience so much because you know that this is all done.
Oh, absolutely.
By him and in real life. I'm like, God, this is insane.
I think that's like maybe 70-80% of the reason why Top Gun Maverick was as successful as it was because like it's part of his brand now. Like if you're going to see a Tom Cruise movie, you know that he did that shit for real. That's what everyone I talked about Top Gun Maverick, they're like, oh my God, it looked so crazy how he did like the fighter pilot scenes were real, you know. And the same thing with Mission Impossible. It's all, if you have a Fast and Furious movie where Vin Diesel hangs off the side of a plane and it's in the trailer, like, yeah, it'll make $1 billion because people go see those movies, but like no one's impressed by it really. No one cares.
No one's like, okay, yeah.
Like
whatever.
it's not, it doesn't even look that cool.
Exactly. If you see like, yeah, him like jumping over a submarine on an ice sheet.
Yeah, who cares?
You're like, okay, whatever. But then like, if Cruise does something, again, arguably much less impressive looking, you're still much more impressed by it because you know, he did that.
That's why that was such a crazy moment when that trailer came out, because it's like, you know, he actually hung off that plane. So yeah, I don't know, it's like even in the trailer for this new one, when he jumps off the cliff, like in the trailer it doesn't really strike you as that incredible, but then like, yeah, once you've seen that, it really does stand out. So good on Cruise, man, except he's definitely gonna die doing this someday, and I hope he's okay with that. We're going to move on to the announcements and such real quick. Let's go through some comments in the latest pod. And should we maybe do a little retrospective of the year?
A little retrospective thing?
I'm also, wait, before we do, let me just see. Comments. Oh my God, 14 comments. That's so many.
Oh my God. We're popping off.
Al leaves some pod suggestions. Thank you, Al. I will add those to the list. We actually do listen to viewer suggestions, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed. But Josie says, I got would you rather for people in the comments. Would you rather have a big nose or be constantly sweaty? Daniel says, probably constantly sweaty. Movie Guy says, a big nose because I don't want to be a stinky Freddy. Jaden says, probably a big nose as I could star in any Pinocchio remake. So, you know, some good conversation going on.
Some good digs from all the guys.
ZJ says, nice way to spend my afternoon. Also, I wonder if BHL Hudson has seen the movie Guillermo del Toro did about him. I haven't yet, but thanks. And Jaden says, I'm pretty sure he helped to edit the film.
Found footage.
Yeah, it was actually made without my consent. Daniel says, another really great and enjoyable episode. Keep up the truly Peacemaker-esque work. P.S. Easily the most R-rated episode, and I loved it. And Josie says, every episode is R-rated. This is NC-17. I didn't think it was that bad. You should hear the stuff I cut out of the pod. I'll just be honest.
I didn't listen to this full one. What are we saying?
The worst one is that we talk about, like, the first one you put out is like, would you rather... I think I say, would you rather be with Christian Grey in his dungeon or watch porn with Don John or something like that? Which, again, not great. But again, there's some that don't make it to the pod. I just hope you know, where I'm like, even that segment I trimmed down considerably because we talk for about 5 minutes about the implications of the Don John one. I was like, you know what? I don't think we need that to be out there.
God.
And Jaden asks, in your guys' opinion, what do you think is the worst episode of the pod? And Josie responds, episodes 1 to 166 are pretty mid. Thanks, Josie.
Thanks. That's,
I'm gonna say this is just my go-to, just because I remember when we put it out, I didn't enjoy it. But the Pixar movies one, it's like episode 16. I know, like the first little while when we're finding our groove, are like, a little bit different from what they are now. But that one I just remember thinking like, this one was kind of boring. I don't know. Like,
okay, kind of boring. I mean, I think we were just kind of boring and slightly nervous in the beginning, but now it's
yeah. There's also, I don't know, yeah. There's some that are just kind of like,
I mean, there's some ones where we did like recorded like 3 or 4 in a day. Where the last one is probably just a little low energy or something.
And a couple of the ones that like are in the past year when like, we're both in college and we both have like a lot of work and shit, and then sometimes you just don't have the energy to like do like an excellent pod. But I'd say the Pixar one would probably be the worst. We should do a redo of that, I'd say. Also, before we get into the retrospective, I just want to tell a quick story. Actually, I'll tell it now. I could save it all. I'll do it now. Just a moment that made me laugh that I thought you'd enjoy.
Okay.
I was talking to my dad, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I saw in the paper that there's like a new most subscribed to YouTube channel. Have you heard of this guy McBeast?" It's like, yeah, no, I'm aware of McBeast. So I just thought you'd enjoy the Papa Hudson McBeastery.
The absolute God, what an old person to say.
Yeah, right. What an absolute boomer moment.
I read it the paper. There's this guy called McBeast.
And should we take a minute before we sign off for the year here to reflect on the past 12 months of podcasting, if we will? I think
we should.
Yeah. Overall, let's see. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't think anything that insane has happened this year. Because last year we had the 100th episode. We had 50,000 subs. It was sort of a big event year for the pod, I guess. And this year, less like events, but I would say, personally, in my opinion, more consistency.
I would say the consistency has been very, very good this year.
With the exception of last week, I believe
we
had
weird saying it now.
An episode every single week the whole year. We had some pre-recordeds. We had a lot of up-to-date with news and mini-reviews. Yeah.
It was just I don't know. Even like, and I think for both of us, uni work has kind of like stepped up a lot this year. But still, I know that like even though I've got all the sport friends and a lot of work to do and stuff like that, having good times over in Scotland, often one of my favorite things to do all week is just sit down for like an hour or two and pod with the best boy.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's a very nice consistency to have in your life because also, obviously, we are friends outside of this, and we have other friends outside of this who we do keep communication with. But in the hecticness of uni work and stuff, there are some friends who I only get to talk to maybe once or twice a month because things are so busy. The fact that we have this where we can record a pod and then since we're here, might as well talk for like an hour or something.
Might as well
catch
talk
up
and chat for a little bit.
It's a very nice way for us to keep in touch while we're in different countries.
Yeah, exactly.
And the people have seemed to enjoy it. The fans are still, our community is still having fun.
It's still great, and I love the little community. I will say we had like a month or two where we were absolutely balling in views.
We were, yeah, somewhere around the summer. I think we were.
I think we just hit like I don't know what the algorithm worked for us.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh my god. Not to say that the views aren't good now. Well, but it was just we need to have a chat.
Yeah, we need to talk about your performance at work, Frederick. It's not been satisfactory.
But I don't know, like just like having that thing every week, being able to talk, chat, have a fun time, and put something out that people enjoy. It's such a good feeling. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it's great. And in terms of the views, let's address the elephant in the
room. let's talk money.
It hasn't been the most bumper year for the pod or BHL Hudson. But the thing is, I'm actually trying to be more inspired by the pod with the BHL videos because, to be perfectly honest, with the BHL channel, I'm feeling a little bit like conflicted, a little lost right now in exactly what I want to do because I want to make like content that I want to make, but then I'm half doing that and then I'm half trying to make what I think will get views, and then when like something that I'm doing just like because I think it'll be successful doesn't like bring in what I think it will, then I get disappointed. And so I'm trying to I'm trying to care less about that kind of stuff in the new year and like just go for what I like actually want to make. And I feel like that's what we do on the pod, where I don't know, like I genuinely, we sit here and, you know, last episode 161 views. I mean, rolling in money clearly, but like I genuinely like don't care, you know what I mean? Like with the BHL thing, I'll look at it, I'll be like disappointed. I'll be like, like at 1,500, like but with this, like I look at it, I'm like, we had fun making that, and the people who listened to it had fun listening to it.
Yeah, they enjoyed it, and it gives us something to meme.
Yeah, no, it's that's the thing, like not taking it so seriously, and just that's the whole essence of anyone who starts a YouTube channel like with good intentions, is like you do it because you're having fun. We did this literally, you know, just because I was like, we have fun talking about movies. That could be a fun thing to do. And like, I don't know. Exactly. It's still just as fun. And however,
and I don't think anything has changed there. Exactly. No. It's just as fun. We've just gotten a bit, more unhinged as we go along.
And there are definitely improvements that I want to make in the new year in terms of like, you know, with the structure of the show. Maybe we can, you know, topicalness, or we can try different topics, different games, different styles, whatever, different.
Be slightly more prepared at times in that I should watch a few trailers.
Possibly that, but also like maybe pod vids. It's just, you know, it's hard with all the college work, but yeah, in the new year, I think it's about, and on the BHL as well, like following what we want to do, putting effort to make like the quality the best, and again, just not to get all cheesy life lesson here, but like in my life at least, I've noticed the times that I'm most successful is when like I'm doing what I actually want to do. Like when I'm trying to force something, it never really comes off,
because it does kind of, it rubs off on what it is you're making and doing, in that people can tell this is not something he was forced or like needed to make. This is something he wanted to make.
Like and that's just the 100th episode.
That's the kind of stuff people want to see.
We wanted to make that like a
we wanted
big
to
old
make that
project,
so bad.
And it was so fun, and it was great. I think it's our best episode.
It was so good. I think so as well. It's so good.
So yeah, lots to think about, but also just to touch on the community. Thank you guys again. By the way, let's go to the fan page real quick, just before we forget. Some very good memes. There was a whole thing about like Cian got locked out of the fan page, but I think he's back now.
Yeah, I think he should be back now.
There's a meme. Billy starts singing his stupid ice cream song that he has rehearsed. Then Freddy has Morbius, you don't exist. There's also a Michael Scott meme. Freddy, whenever he sees a child actor on screen, and it's him saying, you are a waste of life and you should give up.
It's not a great reputation to have, but it is my reputation.
On Spotify, it does say in the more like this category, nothing to see here, which is probably due to the low numbers of the pod, but Cian has twisted it to say one of a kind, which I agree with. Thank you.
That is very sweet. I was like, I saw it, I was like, that did warm the heart.
And finally, it says Merry Christmas, and it's a picture of how the Grinch stole Christmas, but with my face photoshopped onto it, which...
But with you,
it's kind of beautiful, honestly.
Honestly, I kind of love it.
Kind of a look I should go for. But on that note, you know, I mean, the fans, the community we have here, ton of fun. The inside jokes in the comments, the genuine support as well, like just, you know, people sending messages about like, oh, you know, tough week, pod made it more fun. That's all this is about. It's about just having a fun hour chat every week, just having a good time, and I appreciate all the, you guys make us laugh as much as we hopefully make you laugh with all the jokes and the comments and the fan page stuff.
So are the comments, and it's so weird and delightful how, like, you know, sometimes you'll be friends with people, but you know the humor isn't really matching. We haven't met any of these people, and I can just tell immediately that the humor is just exactly the same. Like it's, you got like sometimes like sitting there a joke I would never in a million years think any of the people I know would make, apart from us two. And then there's just like people who sit and listen to the pod make them. Like, like the whole Peacemaker shenanigans. Loved it.
That was all this year, I think, the Peacemaker shit. And it's also, I remember, I can't even remember what it was, but it was something on the fan page. I think maybe Joe C had made it. Those videos about like Will Smith or whatever. What was that? There was some video that was like the hardest I've laughed in forever, where it was some, let me find it actually. It was something about Will Smith in Hitch or something. Wait, it has to be here somewhere.
Oh, is this where I said he looked like a mattress salesman.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'd say a few weeks later that I sold him.
Yeah, and then also that you pissed yourself laughing, and it's like, BHL, you're next. Or whatever.
And then FTK or F. Dalgard pissed himself, and it was the Peacemaker dancing and everyone. It's so funny.
So good, genuinely. So, hey, everyone who comments, who puts that stuff on the fan page, and even if you don't comment, if you just listen and enjoy the show, we really appreciate your support. And yeah, we're gonna keep doing this as long as we enjoy doing it. And I personally love doing it. So
I love doing it as well. I can't see us stopping anytime soon.
That'll be for a while. So, thank you guys for a lovely 2022. If you enjoyed this episode, drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell button, leave a comment down below telling us what you thought of this year overall in film and TV. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, the Poorly Planned Podcast. Leave a 5-star rating, a nice review. Tell your friends about it in the spirit of the holidays. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, by the way, because we missed that. Sorry about that. Hope everyone had a lovely Christmas. You can find me on YouTube, BHL Hudson, Instagram, Twitter, BHL_Hudson, Letterboxd, Real BHL Hudson, TikTok, BHL Hudson.
You can find me on Twitter at FDK_DaltSniper. You can find me on Instagram at Fidalgard. You can find me on Letterboxd at FDK_Films. And you can find me on YouTube at FDK Space Gaming.
Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you in the new year.
Ooh. David Harbour's in the shed.